these are these twisties that I did. I guess mini twists you could call them. I'm gonna give you guys a tutorial on how. I'm gonna give you guys a tutorial on how I achieved this look. It's super cute. It doesn't take too long. You don't really need like anything. The only thing I can say is maybe rubber bands, you know, if you want it a little bit tighter up here or to just cinch it at the bottom, but I don't usually do that. I just like it like natural and let it fall where it falls. So, but it's totally up to you. You can do it either way. It really doesn't matter. But yeah, I'll show you guys how I get this look. So stay tuned. Hey, y'all ready for this? Hey, yay, 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 yay. I'm clean. Alright, so I like to part my hair along my ear line. Just try to do my best to make it straight, but it is at the back of my head, so I don't really trip. I use my rat tail comb to make my parts, but again, like, it's at the bottom of my head, so no one can really see it, so these parts don't have to be perfect in my opinion. And as you can see, my hair is dry, and I'm going to use my I'm going to use my spray bottle to dampen my hair up just a little bit. So the less water is going to mean less shrinkage for you guys, and it's going to give you a lot more length retention as you go. Alright, and this is the Curl Stretch Shea Moisture Curl Stretch Pudding, and I'll link that in the description box. And it's super cheap. I think it's only $11 or $12, and it goes a long way. As you can see, I barely used any, but that goes for my hair, so it can last you for quite a few hairstyles in my opinion. But again, it all goes down to hair texture and how much product that your hair needs. My hair doesn't need a lot, but your hair may need more or less. So I like to do my best to split the hair into 2 sections. It absolutely does not need to be perfect. I can't stress that enough. I just like my hair to have that natural look, not super, super perfect. So again, up to you, however you want your twist to look. So I'm twisting my hair down. I will go a little bit more in depth than this when I get to the top of my hair, but I like to do a tight twist all the way down as firm as I can and just keep that tension for the most part. And then when I do get to the bottom, I like to just spin my finger around, as you can see, and just curl it all up together. And your ends are the driest place on your head, so you want to make sure you get a lot of moisture on there, as you can see. So we do have one piece done. Woo! This hairstyle took me about 2 hours, I think. So it's definitely not a super time-consuming hairstyle, and I will do my best to link all the products that I use in the description box as we go through this. Alright guys, so I've realized that these I already said it, these mini twists that I'm doing are basically like an alternative to passion twists because of, you know, the look that they give. It's definitely cheaper, and I definitely yanked my hair. I think I was just getting frustrated, but make sure you're brushing your hair from, you know, your ends to your roots and doing a little bit at a time so you don't yank your freaking hair out, because that's not the way. Alright guys, so if you're not stressing about your twist being super perfect like me and you don't want it to be in that perfect, you know, spiral, then I think this would be great for you guys to do. And again, I can't stress this enough, make sure you're moisturizing your ends, because if your hair looks really nice and your ends are dry, it's not going to make the look good, and your hair is just going to get super brittle at the ends. It's going to look bad. So this is how far I've gotten so far. I'm going to turn around. Okay, she's cute. So I'm going to freeze this, and I want you guys to see that my twists aren't super flat to my head, but that's just how I prefer them. If you guys do want that, you know, snatched look, you can use rubber bands, and I would use something more secure than gel, so I would suggest Shine and Jam or something else if you want it to be a little bit tighter. So I'm going to take this section here and I'm going to divide it into 2 equal parts. I would recommend this size, but if you want to do a little bit bigger or a little bit smaller, totally up to you. I think the biggest thing is just being consistent with all of your parts around your head, so you know it looks even for the most part. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect because I know my parts are not perfect in the back of my head. It's much easier to see what you're doing up front, but I think just trying to maintain that consistency so it's just an even coat on your head is going to help you out a lot. So I'm going to clip that piece of hair out of my way. I think clips are really good. You can use hair ties, get the hair out of your way, up to you. So this is my 24-hour edge tamer. It's only $6.99. I think that's what the tag said. I didn't use it a lot, and I like to just coat that around the top of my head. I like to put this on the perimeter of my hair. So that would basically be all the pieces that are all the twists that are framing my face, you know, the perimeter of my face. So now I'm just taking out some of my edges. I don't have a ton, but taking out what I can. And that's the product you use, just a little bit. And now I'm running that through, and I'm gonna divide this hair and twist it. And you see how I'm doing it very tight. I know this is sped up, but I am doing it very tight at the top and keeping that tension as I go down. And I'm making sure that there's an even amount of product throughout that piece of hair. And you know, if you feel like your hair is getting tangly towards the bottom, or you know, it's just a little bit nappy, just comb it out and twist it to the bottom. Alright, and then again on the other side, this is again another piece of, or another twist that is framing my face. So I'm going to just twist it down, keep the tension tight at the top, and just twist and twist. I kind of like to turn my hand in the twisting motion as I'm twisting down, but I'll be able to explain that a little bit better when it gets to the top. I'm just showing you again that I'm using this gel on these perimeter pieces that frame my face, and I don't use gel on every single twist that I do. I just put them on the pieces that frame my face and then the separating pieces in the middle to keep those pieces a little bit more flat. And so this is the last piece that I have. Super excited. And I separated that piece that I had into 2 sections. So I'm going to go through this one a little bit quickly, and then this piece in the front I will do slower to go through it once again. And that's the amount of product I'm using. Again, not a lot. And I do twist my hair away from my face. I don't think I'm really conscious of that as I'm doing it, and it's kind of just up to you if you want your twist to be going towards your face or away from your face. Just a preference. I think I just get into the habit of twisting it away from my face, but again, totally up to you. And if you're twisting your hair down and you know you realize it might be a little bit dry towards the end, as I'm showing you right now, just put a little bit more water, put a little bit more product, and just rake that in really well so that your ends are moisturized. Because like I said, and I will keep saying it every time, your ends are super important. You want to keep those moisturized. Alright, y'all, we on our last piece. Raise the roof. Whoop whoop. I was so exhausted by this time, but here we go, guys. Alright, so just a little bit of that edge time. Put a little bit of that on your hair. You just want enough to help your hair lay. I bit my tongue. You just want a little bit to help your hair lay a little bit more flat, but not necessarily like drenched. I cannot speak right now. You don't want your hair drenched. You just want it a little bit tamed, right? You want it a little bit edge tamer on it. I'm so ridiculous. So you just want to pull out some of your baby hairs. My hair is very, very fine. So I'm just trying to, you know, get a little bit more out of myself, but it didn't work. And then I tried to take a piece of hair out, so that was dumb. But, you know, take your baby hairs out if you want, leave them in. I think it's really cute once you can style them. But again, completely up to you. So now I'm going to add a little bit of product. You can see it's not a ton. It's really just a little bit to coat the hair. And so now I'm just raking that through nice and evenly from the top to bottom. Yeah, so just make sure you get an even distribution of that product. So it's, you know, all the way through your hair. And make sure you split that piece into 2 even sections once again. And then another huge thing, keep that tension tight at the top. You want to keep your twist as consistent as possible. Obviously, you know, so your hair all looks the same. So I'm going to try to explain this as best I can. So I'm twisting the hair into the twist, if that makes sense. So instead of keeping those strands like absolutely straight and twisting, I'm twisting it as I go down. So I hope that made sense. If you guys have any questions about that, let me know. So I'm going to freeze this. I want you guys to see how far apart I'm separating the strands as I'm twisting it down. This is so that I can do, you know, a few more twists so that it's tighter as I go down, because, you know, twists are already very loose, so that way I can keep a very tight twist as I go down and keep that tension. So now we are finally done. This is the last piece, and I like to just twist it till it's done. Woo! Thank you guys, I appreciate your support. So this is the finished look, guys. I want to point out this gap in the back of my head. I usually focus on pulling my hair to the front of my head, so I can see it as I twist, but I need to focus on twisting down or braiding down in the back of my head so it's like a consistent look in the back rather than like two sections. So quick bonus, you can use rubber bands to secure the ends of your hair and the top. Like I said before, it's completely up to you. It probably will maintain the style a little bit longer, but again, it's just preference. Yeah, this is the finished look. You can wear it down, you can wear it in like a little ponytail. But I really like this. This is really cute. So yeah, tell me if you guys like it, and period. I'll see you guys on the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.